Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome once again to our adventures in South America. So we're currently down in Montevideo, and we're going to be flying up to Porto Alegre, which is in Brazil. It's a short flight. It's just about 1 hour, 5 minutes airtime, and we're basically going to be flying up the coast. Nice day too. Very few clouds. Looks clear where we are here. So it should be a good flight. Joining us is Eastbirds. He's over there in the KLM A320. And we're going to jump on board and start getting ourselves all set up. Alrighty, so this is a freeware airport upgrade from FlightSim.to, so it looks very nice. Anyway, let's go through the aircraft, make sure she's all set. So parking brakes on, flaps are up, spoilers retracted and disarmed, weather radar is off, PWS is off, engine masters 1 and 2 are in cutoff, mode selector is normal, throttle or thrust levers are in idle, gear is down and indicating, and I've got down on my unit as well. So I had fun the other day. They one of the latest development updates. I've never had to calibrate my throttles. They always just work. But after the update the other day, all of a sudden I had to. So it was a lot of fun trying to figure that out. So external power is on. Brake pressure is down. Obviously the plane's been sitting. So we'll get the lights up now. But I believe I got them all figured out. So they seem to be working as they should. We'll see if on the flight it causes any issues, but I don't think it will. Get standby lit up. Bit more on the E-cams, and then down to the integral lights, notch on the floods, and the overhead. Parked on the Boeing mark. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird, the markers they have here. Alright, AP fire test is good. Crew oxygen is on. We'll put on the seat belts and the no portable devices. Emergency exit lights are now armed. Forgot this, so let's get that up and going. And we can get ourselves set for our passengers. So hope you've all been having a good week. It's been having some great weather here. It was pretty hot, but it's kind of cooled off a little bit to a more manageable amount. So we have 167 passengers today. So we are looking good. And I'm just setting up the stuff so we can get our passengers loaded here and get that underway. There we go. And here come the passengers. Alright, so the annunciator panels, check probe, and window heats are on auto. Temperatures, we'll leave them where they are. Batteries, fuel pumps are off. Engine fire test, there's 1. There's 2. Flight directors are on. I've noticed with the last couple updates, these now are on automatically when you start up, so it's a little odd. So QNH 1019, and we'll check the in-sim one as well in a minute. And we'll zoom you in, 1019. There we go. FC will set up in a moment, and radio 122.8, Unicom for VatSim. There we go. Let's get the fly pad up and running. They still haven't fixed the map. It's still all white. But that's fine. So we'll go company, put our information in, over to the dashboard. Bring up our flight plan. Now we need 5319 in fuel. So pop that out. Oops. 5319 for fuel. We'll go realistic load time, and away it goes. And now we can go down to the MCDU, bring in the flight plan, and get everything up and running there. There we go. Everything's entered in. Tropo is within 30-40 feet, so that's good. Flight level 390 today. All right. We'll go into here. And we'll send out the weather request. Go back. Check our weight and balance. So 5519 is 5319 plus the 200 per taxi, which is great. And our payload 17368 and 584 is all good there. Alright, so 58.4 and 30.0. Can't wait till I get the weight and balance sorted out. Block fuel is 5.3. And our trip wind for today is a tailwind of 18 knots. So that is set, and I just remembered something I haven't done yet. Let's get you guys up and aligning. Okay. So order the flight plan. We are departing on runway 06 out of Montevideo. And we'll be flying the ACPO 1 Bravo departure. We'll insert that. Our arrival is going to be the RNAV for runway 29er. I think. Yeah, Sierra Nav Yankee. Just checking that. On runway 29. And we are going to go in via it's not giving us the option. Kotub. Well, we can come in from the north, I guess. That's fine. We'll take a look and see what that looks like.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the overhead bins and your small items are underneath the seat in front of you.
You see our departure, we're going to come up and then basically head east and then out over the water and then up along the coast.
Happy to help you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on inside of it, please close
that'll
the
work.
bin as a
We're going to
courtesy
come
to
by,
other
we're going to
passengers.
pass the airport
Once
and then
all
loop
your items
around
are
and
put
then come
away,
in for
please
the
clear the
RNAV.
aisle and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their
I am
seats
happy
as well.
with that.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card in the seat back in front of you. Please make sure you are willing and able to perform the actions required.
So for
if you are not
RadNav,
able or prefer not to perform these actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be reseated. You are free to use your portable electronic
don't need
devices
anything on our
during the boarding
departure.
process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
And since we're doing an RNAV, yeah, the RNAV 29er Yankee Eastwards. There's no ILS, but I am going to put in the VOR. It's the PDR VOR. Not in database. Oh. Well, I'll put in the frequency. It's a 114.0. And we'll see how we do when we get closer. That is good. Alrighty. Alright, so we're still fueling down there. We've got catering and baggage going. It's fine. Everything else is coming on. 4 minutes for the alignment. IFR clearance, there is no ATC online. We are on VatSim, so we'll take it as given, and we're waiting on the IRS alignment. So just to show the departure, right, so here's where we are in the airport. We're gonna make the short hop up here to Accra, and then we do that turn to the east, and then at Cayman we head out on this kind of northeast heading, and that actually takes us quite far. You can see it says 175 miles. So if we go back to the map, see it travels all the way up to basically the edge of between Uruguay and Brazil. Short level flight, and then we are into the star down, and this shows us going south, but we're actually going to go north around and loop around and come in. And that is the planned flight for today. Is this the chart you're using, Eastwards? That's the RMP Yankee runway 29. That's it there. Just getting ready here. We got 2 minutes to go on the alignment. Taxi's going to be interesting to get out of here because it looks like they've.
We're ready to go when you are.
Okay, everybody's on board. We're going to have to go out, taxi, and then go down by these terminals over here, and then around. It's going to be. We're not going right to the end of 06. We'll be taking off from the intersection at Alpha, but it's 10,500 feet. We'll have plenty of room to do what we have to do. Should be good. Looks like catering is done, and they're pulling away the baggage cart, closing the door up. So all the bags are on board. We're just waiting for the IRSs to align. So we're going to basically taxi out this way and then down here and then through there and out and down to the end of the runway there. Should work out fine. So the last thing we'll do now is we'll do our speed. So transition altitude here is 3,000 feet. Dialed in. It'll be a flaps 1 takeoff with 0.3 down trim. Still trying to find a new source for flex temps, and we'll just put in our Toga V1, VR, and V2, which is now set. And you can see them. They're now appearing here on the PFD. So we're all set there, and there's the IRS is now aligned. Takeoff briefing is done. Squawk is set for 7,000. That's fine. It can stay there. And the EFIS is all set the way we want it. So APU master coming on. And APU start. MCDU weights are inserted. MCDU takeoff performance is done. Again, V1 is 122 and V2 is 127. Clear that. Just do a quick confirmation that the sim weather is the same as the other weather. So we have no weather information available here. So that is fine. We'll use the real world that I got off the internet. It's usually the same anyway. So go to there. APU is now up and available. Leads are on. And air conditioning is on. So windows and doors are locked. Cockpit door is now secured. Cabin door is now secured. Jetway is being retracted. Fuel pumps coming on.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 55.
Beacon lights coming on.
With service to Brazil. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 5 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now
Tug
closed.
is on its way.
We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed.
Is now
if you have
on.
not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap.
And we're
Your
almost
tray
ready
tables
for the
and
push.
seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked.
So we're going to push back, and we're going to go basically straight back and then tail to the right, the way we're facing, so that we will be facing this way. It's like another aircraft moving over there. It is. We have company here. It's a CNT Airbus A321. Nice. So we're on 122.8. Montevideo traffic, TAM 5556, ready for push and start gate 1.
Montevideo traffic connected to 50, taxi Honeycomb runway 06.
Alright, that's the other guy. So here we go. Parking brake is now released. We are pushing. Igniters to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Estimados pasajeros, es un placer tenerlos a bordo de la TAM. Por su seguridad y confort, solicitamos poner atención a las instrucciones de seguridad de este avión. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you on board the TAM. For your safety and comfort, please pay attention
can't
to
go
the
outside
safety
while I do
instructions
this,
for these aircraft.
since I'm using the fly pad.
Please join us. Guarde el equipaje de mano en el compartimiento superior o bajo el asiento de adelante.
We'll
Stow your carry-on baggage in the overhead compartment or underneath the seat in front of you. Pasillos, salidas de emergencia y primera fila deben estar libres de equipaje. Aisles, emergency exits, and the first row must be kept clear of luggage. Ajuste su cinturón de seguridad cada vez que la señal se ilumine. Fasten your seatbelt whenever the seatbelt sign is illuminated.
Engine 1 coming up. And there's the other
Para
aircraft
abrocharlo,
right there.
inserte la punta de metal en
On
la
the
hebilla y
runway.
ajústelo tirando la correa. Para abrirlo, levante la tapa de la hebilla. To fasten it, insert the metal clip into the buckle and tighten it by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To unfasten it, clip the top part of the buckle. Le recomendamos mantener su cinturón de seguridad abrochado y visible durante todo el vuelo, aunque la señal esté apagada. We also recommend to keep your seatbelt fastened and visible throughout the flight, even when the fasten seatbelt sign is off. Los pasajeros deben cumplir con las instrucciones de la tripulación, letreros y señales luminosas. Passengers must follow all instructions given by crew members, signs and lights. Está prohibido fumar a bordo, inclusive cigarrillos electrónicos. Manipular los detectores de humo en los baños está prohibido por ley. Smoking on board is forbidden. This also includes electronic cigarettes. Tampering with smoke detectors in lavatories is prohibited by law. Dispositivos electrónicos.
KLM 850 ready for pushback and start, facing west gate 3.
So there's the engine spooling. Coming up nicely.
Of the seat. Do not try and remove it, but immediately
Unfortunately, Nick wasn't able to join us today. He's been flying the other Star Wars with him on this trip.
For takeoff, secure your tray table, put your seat back in its upright position.
We have no maximum restrictions as we go out, so we're just going to dial this right up to 3900. flight level today.
Este avión tiene 8 salidas de emergencia con toboganes que
So we
pueden
have a
ser
good start
usados
on
en una
engine number
evacuación.
2.
This aircraft has 8 emergency exits
That is
equipped with
off. APU
evacuation
bleeds
slides.
off. APU coming off.
Los toboganes de las puertas pueden ser utilizados como balsa. The evacuation slides at the doors can be used as life rafts.
Auto brakes are armed.
Un sistema de iluminación de emergencia lo guiará hacia las salidas. An emergency lighting system will
Flaps
lead you to
2.
the exits.
Anti-ice not
Localice su salida
required.
más
Flight
cercana a la que
control.
podría estar detrás de usted. Locate the nearest
left,
exit, which may be
full
behind
right,
you. En caso de
neutral,
evacuación, deje sus
forward,
pertenencias a bordo.
back,
In an event of an evacuation,
neutral,
leave your personal
left rudder,
belongings on board.
right rudder,
Encontrará su chaleco salvavidas
neutral.
debajo de su asiento o bajo el apoyabrazo central.
Trim is set to
Retírelo de la
0.3
bolsa. Páselo sobre su cabeza.
down and rudder trim
Abroche la
0
cinta en la
and
parte
indicating
delantera y ajústela a la cintura. Al salir del avión,
steering
inflelo tirando la manilla roja
bypass
o
pin has been
soplando por la
removed.
boquilla. A life
And
vest
we are
can be
good to
found
go,
underneath
so.
your seat or below the central
Taxi
armrest.
light is on.
Remove it from the back and adjust it at the
These birds
waist.
is still at the gate.
As you leave the aircraft, inflate your vest by pulling on the red handle or blowing into the tube.
Let's get the
Luego se activa el
diagram
contacto
up.
con el agua. A light will turn on upon contact with the water. Si la
Montevideo
cabina pierde
area
presión,
traffic
máscaras
with Cam
caerán automáticamente
5556
sobre su asiento. If
taxiing
the cabin loses pressure,
runway
masks
06
will
via
automatically
April 1
drop down from above
Golf.
your seat. Tome la máscara,
Apron
colóquela
2
sobre su
Alpha,
nariz y boca,
holding short
deslice la
Alpha
banda
06.
elástica alrededor de su cabeza, ajústela y respire normalmente. Coloque su propia máscara antes de asistir a niños u
config
otras
check, which
personas.
is good.
Pull the mask toward you, place it over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band
There we
behind
go.
your head, and breathe normally.
Parking brake
Put
off.
on your own mask first before assisting children or others. En caso de requerir mayor información, le invitamos a leer nuestra tarjeta con información de
And we
seguridad
start
ubicada
taxi.
en el bolsillo frente a usted. If you need more information, you are welcome to take a look at our safety information card located at the seat pocket in front of you. Gracias por su atención y disfrute su vuelo con LATAM. Thank you for your attention and enjoy your flight with LATAM.
Oh, mouse issues. Oh, that's not good. Gonna have to get the engineers into the airplane to fix your mouse. Hope it's not like Gavin's mouse issue, where you're running a wireless and the batteries right now. So we're gonna come around here and head down to the south apron here for the other terminal building. That's where the other airplane came out of. It inverted. Yeah, that can get confusing. So we're going to stay here on Golf. Come down this way. Oh, you're supposed to only do like 10 knots in a corner, but it's all good. And we'll do the cabin now that they're done in the back.
Montevideo area traffic, KLM 850 is pushing back.
There we go. So we're going to follow this around to Alpha, that's Charlie. This is Alpha here. See the windsocks in front of us blowing in different directions. This is, I mean, it happens where you get a little bit, but man, that's rather confusing.
Montevideo area traffic, KLM 850 is experiencing emergency total engine and system shutdown. I'm working on it.
Oh, that's not good. I did notice somebody wrote in the Discord that they had that where they were doing whatever and all of a sudden everything just shut down on them. That's, I haven't seen that one yet. It's, not good. Not good at all. Well, here's the hold line. I know there was a development update last night, Eastwards. I don't know if you got it. I don't know if that's something that they were addressing, but who knows. So cabin crew's been notified. Exterior lights are now all coming on. Let's go. There's taxi to takeoff. Wing lights are on. Okay. Nose wheel light is to take off. Anti-tail's not required. Packs will stay on. TCAS will go to TARA and tilt above. Weather radar is on. PWS is on. Weather mode is WX plus T. And takeoff memo, no blue. Montevideo area traffic. TAM 5556. Take position. Runway is 06. Archy break off. I'll take position. Again, we're doing a intersection takeoff, but we're not losing that much on the runway, and it is a rather long one.
Montevideo area traffic, KLM 850 is on the apron at stand 3, starting up engines. I need a few minutes. Thank you.
Not good. So it looks like the systems are back online. So we'll swing out here. Get ourselves ready to go. See Eastward sitting over there on the ramp. See his lights flashing, so he's got power. Oh, forgot AP. Done that myself. Yeah, it happens. All right. And just 50%. Montevideo area traffic. TAM 5556. Departing runway 06. Engine stable. Brakes released. Takeoff power set. Knots. V1, rotate. It's positive rate, gear up. Bye-bye Montevideo. Levers to climb. And we will go autopilot, and we're going to set our climb rate to about 2400. Here's S speed, flaps coming up, and we're through 3000. So over to standard pressure. Very nice, climbing out towards the coast. There's city of Montevideo there on the coast there.
Montevideo area traffic, KLM 850 at 10-3, ready for taxi to runway 06 via Golf, Alpha, cross runway 01, and Alpha. Hold short runway 06, KLM 850.
There's 250 knots. 2,500 foot climb rate. We'll hold that until we get through 10,000, then we'll go over to managed for the climb. Just don't like it when it gets into very steep climb angles. So that other aircraft is heading to the northwest, so we're going to be clear all the way up. Very nice as we climb out. 7,500 feet. Very nice. So the new weekly stream schedule is going to start after Monday. So the community streams are moving to, at the moment, they're moving to Thursdays. They may shift again. We'll have to see. But for at least for a couple of weeks, they're going to be on Thursday nights.
Gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices.
While we're doing that, let's get
This is also
these
a
lights
reminder to
off.
keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you will be required to pay a small fee. We do offer complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi to find out more information.
So yeah, so the community flights will still be at 1930 Zulu, but they'll be on Thursdays. They may shift to Wednesdays, depending if the museum I work at reopens.
Turned off the fastest seatbelt time. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that
and I'm going to move the Monday night stream, which was at 2100 Zulu, back to 1930 as well. We're going to be getting some longer legs, and not fair to start at 9 o'clock at night for Europe, or 10 o'clock at night for Europe, and run a 4-hour leg. So I'm going to bring it back to 1930 for Monday nights after this one. So tomorrow night's it's still 2100, and then it'll shift after that. Hopefully make it a little bit more Europe friendly, since I know a lot of people watch from over there. Alright, so now we're climbing out. Yeah, it is looking nice out there. Climb rate going now. Still rather high. But whatever. Aircraft can do what the aircraft does. Everything is pretty nicely set. Everything's good on top. Lights are set. Seatbelt signs are set. FCU is set. Now, for our descent, at DACAT, they want us above 10,000. So I'm going to set that up so that we know where we are. EAKAT. Maybe not in database. Delta Alpha Kilo Alpha Tango. There we go. 342 miles. And when we get there, we want 10,000 feet. So we're going to sink to our current altitude. I'm going to put in 10,000 feet. So that's going to be about 30,000. So it's going to be close to 100 miles for our descent. Let's see how that goes. Crank you over to there. Agpod is actually the end of the SID. We'll see what happens with that. So Eastwards, are you off the ground yet, or are you still taxiing? I might be at a range for your radio if you announce takeoff. What do I want? Performance. Oh, that's good. Fuel on board. Yeah, that's not right. That's fine. What I do want to do is we'll grab the weather again. See if there's been any change. And then we can refer to that if we need. Oh, looks like we got the weather up for that station. Looks good. 1024. So I'm going to dial that in here just as a standby, and just as a quick reference, so it's already in when we get there. 1024. So that was at 1400. So we should get one more update before we go. So I won't print that one off yet. All right. Well, there's 2,500 feet. I think it's time to sit back, relax for a minute. And let me get the view up so I can see where we are. There we go. I'll zoom out there. So when they come around with the drinks, order yourself something and enjoy the view. I will pick up with you when we're in the descent, or getting ready for the descent, and I'll be in the chat. See you there.
our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
Alright, well, we're getting back to about where we're going to start our descent. I don't know why I said we're getting back to. We're almost up there. We're about, we got a tailwind, so I'm going to start at about 110. About 110. We'll descend down to that 10,000 foot point. So we got about 18 miles to go. Now dark, it wasn't fake snow. I was actually up in the Arctic and I was living the dream. Very dry. Very crystallized. So we're going to be starting just before we get to Iltag. Start our descent. And I'm going to do the usual thing that I do, which is 2,000 foot per minute descent at 270 knots, and that should get us down to around 10,000 feet. Well, it does say we have to be over 10,000, so for a little bit higher, that's fine for when we come in for the approach. And hopefully when we go to approach mode, it doesn't screw everything up on our planning here, because it has a nice curve programmed in, so I'd like it to follow it. But yeah, no clouds. It has been a beautiful clear day here. Alright, so let's dial in that 10,000. There we go. So Eastbirds is up in the air. He's finally behind us. Watching them on the VatSim map. Had a bit of a APU issue. So let's go see if we can get that updated weather report. It's after 1500 Zulu now, so there may be an update. The last one was at 1400 directly, so we'll see what they if they do come out with an updated one. Cabin crew brew me a nice cup of tea. Here we go. And it's still 1400. That's okay. We'll print it. And we'll enter our information in, which we have to do. So we'll take the chart over here. And it looks like we're turning. So we're going to start our descent at 20,000 or 2,000 feet per minute. We're going to go into speed mode.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms momentarily. Please review and complete these forms and keep them with you for presentation upon arrival.
Go up to 260 for now, and then we'll go to 270 in a minute when we can. Right, destination data. So let's get this entered in. Get rid of the message. So we want QNH of 1024, which is what we were expecting. Current temperature of 15 degrees. Winds are 280 at 4. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. And the barrel is 461. There we go. So that is all set in. We're good there. We're straight to the runway, so I'm going to get rid of the VFR map now. Just going to watch on our descent. We have no speed restrictions other than the regular 250 knots at 10,000 feet, so should do good. 270 knots now. Down a little bit lower in the air mass. Oh, Eastwards, I'm not waiting for you. I'll be down with a nice pina colada at the hotel before you're down, probably. Oh, looks like somebody's doing their controller test in Canada this time. WYG. I think that's Winnipeg. VFR, IFR, jets, props, everyone is welcome. Ah, good for him. Hope we get some traffic. Got a nice descent going, 270 knots. Get a beautiful cloudless day here. So traffic in the area. You join VatStar for your PPL. Is that the training program they have with VatSim? See if I can see where we are. Lots of rivers down here, as you can see. We're coming up towards the town of Cristal. Seem to be following the it hasn't put the star in. We're just going straight to interesting. For some reason it's not in there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a little bit of manual adjustments here. I think it's trying to take me right to the entry point. Yeah, right to the entry point of the RMP approach. So I'm going to try to follow the star a little bit better. Try to get back online. Wow, that sounds like a lot of work, eastwards. Almost like doing your license for real. I mean, it's good. You'll probably get a lot of knowledge doing that, but I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's great. I mean, I've been a member of VatSim for 20 years, and I'm still listed as like having no pilot rating because I don't really feel like spending the time doing that with that one. I could just be flying. And Dirk, yeah, good point. I don't know. You may. I don't know eastwards what your setup is, but you may need the full setup. So I'm going to call Porto Alegre traffic once we hit into the approach area, the approach control zone. So we're at about 40 degrees now. There we go. Should take me up towards RPEP. Oh well, if you meet the requirements, good luck with it. Should be good for you. So still got a bit of a crosswind or tailwind. Closer to the ground, that should come around to a more of a headwind for us on landing. It's 21,600 feet. Yeah, it is. No, it is good if you learn all that stuff. It can it help your confidence a lot and give you an understanding of what's going on. Starting to get a little bit of turbulence, not a lot. Coming in here. Yeah, VFR is the first step, I guess. It's 19,000 feet coming up. Coastline. I'm not going to see Eastbird's behind us, he's too far back. I don't know why I got VDEV up. Oh, maybe it's because of the RMP. Tub 23, 16, 10. I don't know, we could try it. See if we can do a approach in. What's my altitude? It's at 400 feet. It's the airport elevation, 12 feet. So it's at 400 feet, see how it goes. 66 degrees. Porto Alegre area traffic, TAM 5556, descending through flight level 160 for the AirNav, runway 29er at Porto Alegre. There's the coast. So it's kind of a bay, actually. The land curves around, and there's a little bit, you can just see it there sticking out. And the airport's up here on the top end of the bay, somewhere up around here. I think it might be that lighter patch over there. We'll see. Let's go to about 60 degrees. That's interesting. So I'm going to try, once we get down, I'm going to try to see if it'll do approach mode in and do a proper RNF. So my platform altitude I'm going to want for PA024 is 2400 or 2300. So it's 2300. Net T 1650. POA 05, 790. Oh, they're all in there. Let's see if it'll do it. If not, we'll do it manually. Eastwards is another option. I don't know if you've looked at it, but the series of lessons through FS Academy, they do a VFR one, an IFR one, and then an airliners one. It runs. It's done as those bush flights, so you get legs, and there's like an instructor with you, and they tell you what to do, and you've got to accomplish all the tasks and stuff, and they provide charts and documentation you can read up on it as well. So it's another option. I mean, that one you got to pay for. I don't know what if the VatSim one is all free or not. All right, we're coming down to 10,000 feet here. First officer just turned on the seatbelt signs. Speed's coming back to 10,000.
The flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Turn on the no portable devices as well. Aircraft is slowing.
We have begun our final descent into Brazil. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
Hey, free is good. And having a live one-on-one with an instructor is good too. I'm just wondering how long that's going to take. They got a lot of people doing it and all that. So we're doing good. So we're going to keep 10,000 until we're about here, and then we're going to start our descent downwards, and we're going to step down, and then I'm going to have it go back onto auto and see if it'll do the RNAV. Let's see what happens with that. Since we're all on this mode and everything is good, I'm going to go back to here. Tell it to go into approach mode, which it's done without screwing up anything that's on the screen. Very nice terrain. It's like very, very fertile ground down here. All right, so 4,000 feet is what they want us when we get to Kotub, and then 2,300 at PA. All right, so my target is 4,000 feet. Kotub is the entry point into the approach. Okay. Let's go down to 7,000 feet. Also going to come down to 240 on the speeds. And let's bring that into 20. There's the airport right there. The town's on that side of the river. Actually, there it is there. A little bit on this side. Good to get the basic knowledge down though, and that way when it's all building blocks, right? So you get the basic knowledge down, and then you know when you have to fly other things, the knowledge is there. A little bit of hills over there, so the city kind of nestles up against it, and then flat farmland to the west. See the airport come in eventually. I think it's right over here. Actually, no, it's going to be behind us. We'll see it. So again, what we're manually doing is, because the sim screwed up the flight plan, we're going to manually angle ourselves in so we can intercept Kotub at 4,000 feet, and then I'm going to see if it'll do the RNAV itself, since I've got the vertical deviations and everything. It's showing, I mean, because the RNAV is entered, so let's see if it works. Turned a little bit 07. There's more of the town spread out below us. Alright, so we're in the 3,000 foot range, and everything's good there. I think we're going to head down to 4,000 now. Go. We're going to go into managed speed. Since we're in approach phase, we'll go into managed speed. So when we start to level off, we'll slow down to 210. And we'll be good to go. So landing systems are not required. Obviously, we're under thing. I did forget to put on the lights. We'll get those on now. Taxi light on. Don't need any of the other lights on. Everything else is good. We'll switch to our local pressure, since we're passing 6,000 feet. So I want to try to come in on the same angle as this would be. So we're going to fly out and then down. $5,100. Right around to 080. Sorry. 090. Make sure we turn the right one. We'll put on the terrain radar. Not that it's crucial, but just as a reference. So when this kind of gets down to where she blanks out, I'm going to go back into managed heading. And because we are already telling it that's where we want to go, well, that range is a little bit off. Should turn us towards it. Let's see how it works. We're down to 210 knots in approach mode, or approach phase, manage speed. Let's do that. And then just before we get to it, I'm going to go into approach. We'll see what it does. Like I said, the vertical deviation's showing. For the line. What are you doing here? I think we're going for the line. And if we are, I'm fine with that. You want to take me on the line? Yeah, okay. Didn't do a direct 2, so it should bring me in on the arc then. Let's pick that up. Keeping us going around the arc. No, I want COTUB actually, which is why it's showing it in here. But it didn't put the most of the star in, it just did the RNAV, so, or the RNP. So there's 2.5 miles. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go approach mode. Approach mode, or not. Do we need landing systems on? Let's try that. Interesting. If I go into altitude. Let me go managed altitude. If I dial this down to that. So 2300. Showing 2300. We're in descent mode. Well, hi Christian, how you doing? I'm wondering because for the first time I've seen the VDEV and the stuff come up just because I'd programmed in that we were doing a RNP approach. So that's why I'm wondering if they've actually got it working. And now it's got us descending. So I'm going to see if it actually brings us down. We should be at 2300 when we hit PA 024. Should take us on the turn into net P. You were stalking? Oh, it's always good for you to say hello. Should be at 1650 when we get to net P, 2300 when we get to PA 024. So I'm just watching how it's doing here. So we're a little high.
2,500.
It is bringing us down. It's got the next restriction in. So, I mean, we're within 100 feet as we made the turn. There's the runway. Let's go flaps 1. Flaps 2. Gear down. So if I go, yeah, she's a little light on the FBA. I mean, it's not bad. Anyway, let's get the cabin. Speed brake.
Cabin crew seats for that.
Auto brake 1. Flaps. Gears down 3 green. There's 1650. Now we're all going for 7900. Right. So Neptune would have been in the 3 degree down. That's all right.
$1,000.
Yeah, there's, you can see the box coming up now. All right. Flaps 3. Autopilot's off. Take it manual from here. Though I wish the brick hadn't disappeared. And flaps full.
$500 above.
Little low.
400.
Oh, there's the brick. It went
Minimum.
jumped really high. Landing. It's okay. We'll come in at a shallower angle. Re-intercept.
$300.
A little bit of a wind. There we go. We're looking good. Slight down angle.
200. $100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
Wow. It's one of my better landings in quite a while. We're almost right on the center line. Very nice. Here's me not even making any call-outs. Horrible. Alright, 60 knots. Reversers are off. Auto brakes are off. We're going to head to the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
apron here.
Brazil. The local time is 12:41 p.m. and it's currently about 17 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile
somebody
devices.
here.
Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check
Porto
your
Alegre
itinerary
traffic.
to ensure a smooth continuation
TAM
of the journey.
5556 is clear, runway 29er. Shut off. Lights are taxi. You're off. You're off. You're off. And you to stand by. Alright, we'll just pull straight ahead. Eastbirds is on his approach. He's coming in on his thing. There's another aircraft sitting over there. Yeah, bringing her in on her wheels is a good idea. And there's everybody waiting for us, so we'll go over here. Slow it down. See that nose wheel. He wants us a little bit further. Oh, right there. So parking brake is now on. I don't think, well, I don't know what this jetway is going to do. Let's find out. How are you going to attach? You should be okay. Alright, so external power is now connected. Parking brake is set. All nav aids are off. FCU is reset. Flight directors are off. Auto thrust and autopilot are off. And these are set back to 10 arc and clear. NTA's off. External power is now connected. Engines 1 and 2 are off. Should open up the thing there. Yeah, there she is. Logbook. Go away, logbook. Fuel pump's coming off. Everyone's up and moving around before I've told them they can get up and move around. Seatbelt signs are now off. External power is on. Transponder is off. And cockpit door is open. Roger, you can go say goodbye. Number 10 OX. Hello. I usually cut the throttle when he calls out 50 feet. I don't do it hard. If you were to really slam it back, you could do it a little bit lower. I'm a little bit slower on it. So I go about 50 feet. By the time I get down to about 30 feet, I'm in idle. And then I'm starting to flare back at that point to make the nice soft touchdown. So for me, about 50 feet, nice and smooth, boom, cut the throttles. So that's when I do it. But here we are, we're in Porto Alegre in southern Brazil. The next couple legs we'll be doing will take us through Brazil and wind up our tour in the next couple weeks of South America. So hope you've all enjoyed. I'll do the usual thing. Please subscribe, comment, like. Thank you very much for watching. The next stream will be tomorrow night, as I will throw up now. And that's our tour of the Asian capitals. So as you can see, we're flying from Singapore to Jakarta tomorrow night, and should be another good one. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.